Hello, everybody, and welcome to our live. We are a few minutes late, just the internet is still having a bit of a tantrum. So we've had some ongoing issues in the evenings, I think because there's works going on locally. So hopefully everything will stay put as we enjoy our celebration time together for this evening. So if you are just joining and you're not really sure what's going on yet, this is our virtual award ceremony to mark the end of our Cheerfully Funded campaign. And we are also in the middle of our Creative Christianity Summit as well. So we've got lots going on this week, and we are super excited to be looking at the projects that have won funding based on the public vote that has been going on for the last 3 weeks. So it's wonderful to have you all here. My name is Maneksha, by the way. I should have introduced myself first. I am the founder of Cheerfully Given, and I host the Creative Christianity Summit. So if you're in Cheerfully Given, just generally in terms of our community, you'll recognize my face. But if you are new here and you're tuning in because somebody that you know and love has entered the Cheerfully Funded campaign, then you are so welcome here, and it is wonderful to have you. So thank you all for joining. I would love if you could let me know where you're tuning in from. So who's here, who's hanging out with us at our virtual party? Seeing as we can't be here in person and see each other's faces, it would be awesome to hear who's here and where everyone is based. So with 1 second, we've just got a couple of people messaging for the link to join the stream. Here we go. And we've got some special guests. So we are just going to make sure they've all got the link working correctly. And there we go. So some of the people who joined the Cheerfully Funded campaign are going to be joining me live, and I sent them the wrong link earlier. I was in hospital today, and when I sent them the link, I think my brain was in A&E, not in my emails. So apologies for that short interruption. So Hannah's here. Hello, Hannah. It's great to have you here. And also, hey, Emma. So Emma, just a few comments came in before we started. So Emma and Megan and Cindy and Wendy, it is great to have all of you with us. So thank you so much for joining. We've got Hannah in Berkshire, and we've got someone on YouTube, IG in joining us from London. I'm also in London, so we are representing the big smoke. Steph is joining us from Bath, so it is awesome to have Steph here. Natalia, it's so good to see you, Natalia. Natalia is in Cyprus. Natalia is somebody that I've connected with through my Marketing with Maneksha work as well, and is an amazing artist, and it's so good to see your name pop up, Natalia. Wonderful to have you here. Laura's here. Hey, Laura. Laura Rimmer. If you're tuning in on YouTube, you can head over to Laura's channel for lots of nutritional stuff. Chris from Cambridge. Hey, Chris. Tisha is coming from Denver in Colorado, supporting Naomi Young's project. Amazing. It's so good to have you from Colorado. I always joke that when I get like really overwhelmed with work, my go-to joke is that I'm going to sell everything and move to Colorado. So it's nice to have you here. Emma from Lightbulb Books. Hello. And you're at your friend's hen party. Congratulations to your friend. Hope that we're not taking you too much away from hen party celebrations. So here we go. So Cindy with Matthew Mass is here. It's great to have you, Cindy. Jacqueline is here as well. And we've got representation from Cardiff. We love to see it. Wendy's in York. Jen, Pete and Janet are watching from York as well. Jacqueline's at Hesketh Bank. Helen is in Sheffield. We've got good representation from the north. I love to see it. Linda in West Yorkshire. It's good to see you as well. And Fiona in Bromley, Annika in Kingsmanford, and some of these place names are testing my ability to pronounce. So Jennifer, hey, it's good to have you here. Megan is here from Bath as well. Fee, sorry, I called you Fiona again. Fee is here. And we've got loads of people tuning in. So it's wonderful to have you all with us. So what's going to happen this evening is I've got some different people who are joining me for a little mini interview. It's going to be a pick and mix / surprise party bag to see who comes, because I sent out the live stream invite a guest link to the people who had entered and just said, feel free to rock up if you fancy coming on the live stream. So you might see some faces that you recognize as we go through this evening. We've also got some little giveaways that we're going to be doing as we go through the night that are just going to be sort of ad hoc questions and things just to spread the love a little bit. And we're going to be doing that in between interviews probably. So we are then going to wrap up with the awards section of the evening, and if anyone who is still around and has gotten the most votes in for their project, they might be up for coming back on to the live stream potentially. So we'll see how we go, but we're all friends here and we are just here to have a really great celebration this Saturday evening, because we can't be together in person. And StreamYard, YouTube, Facebook, all these good things help us to create a celebratory atmosphere, even if we can't be wearing party hats in person. I did say earlier in the week that I was going to try and get a party hat, and I failed miserably at that, but I hope that you will let me off. And I have tried to wear something that looks bright and colourful and festive. So even though we're not in the party hat mode, we are still in the party mode. So Ali, good to have you from Northern Ireland as well. Amber is watching from Hampshire. Still got the old link to join. Amber, could you drop me a text message and then I can send that over to you? I'm just going to give it to Sarah. Sarah, if you're able to, could you please send that over to Amber, and hopefully she'll be able to join. Now, first interview of the evening, who is it going to be? It's going to be Anna Hamill, who was the first one to join, I believe. And we're going to have a quick chat with Anna. We're going to keep the interviews sort of short, just because they are, I haven't pre-warned them with questions or anything like that. But if you've got questions that you would like to ask of people who are here with us they're currently in the green room, the virtual green room, you can feel free to put them in the chat and we can see those that come through as well. So I'm going to share my screen and we're going to have a little look at the person's Cheerfully Funded project so you can put a face to the product and see whose it is. And I'm going to bring Anna on. So Anna, your 30-second warning is in play. And I'm just going to share my screen here, and where are we? Okay. So this is the Cheerfully Funded site, and we have obviously still got all the pages live, so you can go and check them out, but voting has now closed, so any votes that are submitted tonight will not be counted towards the winners. So the first person that we are going to have a little chat with is Anna Hamill, and Anna is the designer of this beautiful tea towel. So we're going to pull this up so that you can have your memory jogged, and we're going to bring Anna on now that she has had some fair warning. Hello, Anna. It is great to have you.
Hi, happy birthday.
You've got balloons. Amazing. I'm just going to give you some bigger space on the screen. I love that they're like branded colors as well.
I know.
You've got the whole like yellow chair, yellow balloons. It's excellent.
That was not on purpose. It's two of my son's birthdays next week, and so we had a party for one of them today, so I kept the balloons.
Amazing. Happy accident that you happen to have those for the birthday. How are you?
I am okay. I feel like I'm going to be sick just because I'm live, but apart from that, I'm fine.
Yeah, I mean, and that's just that I don't think that ever gets easier the more lives that you do. It just continues to happen. So yeah, tell us a bit more about yourself and a bit more about And Hope Designs for those of the people in our audience who haven't maybe met you yet.
Okay, so I'm Anna. I live in Northern Ireland with my husband and our 4 children. I'm not Northern Irish. I've lived here for 3 years. I grew up in France and Scotland and Newcastle, so kind of all over the place. And I started Anne Hope Designs just over 2 years ago. And it was kind of out of a need to still be creative when I was on maternity leave and just moved house and couldn't really do the wedding photography that I was doing before. And I just kind of, picked up my paints and designed a few things and made, I think, 5 cards to start with. And one of them just sold out immediately. The others not so much, but one did. And so it kind of gave me a flavour of what people wanted, and it kind of has grown from there.
Amazing. So what inspired your Cheerfully Funded project?
So I have a list of names for Jesus and a list of who I am in Christ at the back of one of my journals. And both lists have just been so helpful to remind me of who I am and who Jesus is, and therefore just who I am in Jesus is completely rock solid and founded on him. And it's just been so helpful. And I thought to have those lists in the center of a home, like in the kitchen, where you see them every day, where, you know, you're making dinner, you're chatting to friends, you're interacting with children, husbands, just all these people who are around you. It would be really helpful just to kind of remind you of those things and the truth, and having that, in the center of the home was the main reason.
Amazing. What is one of your favorite names of Jesus?
I think Redeemer. I've been redeemed by the blood of the Lamb. There was a song that we sang at a camp 15 years ago, and I still regularly sing it to myself. I think that's probably one of my favorites.
And what would it mean to you to have your project funded in terms of being able to release something new out there?
Well, it means that I can do it this year. Otherwise, I kind of have to save up from earnings, and it will probably be middle of next year kind of thing. So to have that this year would be really, really nice. And to have heard as well that so many people really wanted my project to be funded and really wanted to see it out there was really encouraging, because those are clearly lists that people would like to have in their homes too. So it's been encouraging, even if I don't win. It's been really good to be part of. So
getting that feedback when you're it's something that we talked about a bit in the summit, when you work on your own, is just so nice to get that from people, just the sort of input that you don't necessarily normally get when you're designing and releasing new products and things.
I just kind of do something that I like and don't really hear anybody else's opinion on it. So to hear other people's approval and passion for it as well is really good.
Amazing. What is your favorite Bible verse?
2 Chronicles 20 verse 12 says, "We do not know what to do, but our eyes are on you." And just kind of in any circumstance of life, you know, so many times life changes at the flip of a switch. And even if we don't have any idea of what to do, just having our eyes fixed on Jesus, and he will guide our way.
Amazing. Love that encouragement. Thank you so much for joining us for our little impromptu interview, Anna. And we'll make sure that everyone has links to find all of the people who are on tonight's live stream in the comments afterwards. But you can find Anna on Instagram at Anna Hope Designs. And if you give her a little Google, then her website and her Cheerfully Given shop and things will come up as well. So thanks so much, Anna, and we'll see you again soon.
Bye.
So that was Anna, and she braved the first spot from an interview point of view. I'm going to go straight into another interview now, because we've got a couple of people, we've got 3 people actually in the green room area. So what I'm going to do is pull up the next Cheerfully Funded page. Cath Sales, we are going to be pulling you into the live stream very shortly. So I'm just going to show everyone your Cheerfully Funded page. So this is the Epistle Whistle card game that Cath Sales from Hope and Ginger has designed, and you can find out more about it on this Cheerfully Funded page, and we're going to invite Cath to chat to us for a little bit now. Hello, Cath.
Oh, hello.
How are you? And how was Big Church Out?
Big Church Out was great. Yeah, really, really good to be back doing an event after a rather long time. So it was really fun. Yeah.
Did the weather hold up, or did you have any rain?
It was mostly okay when we were selling. So nice. That was pretty good. It rained like through the evening, but other than that, it was good. It was really good. Okay. Yeah.
And tell us a bit more about who you are for those of you who are watching, who haven't maybe met Cath yet. We'd love to find out a bit more about you and Hope and Ginger.
Sure. Yeah, so my name's Cath. I'm originally South African, been living in the UK for 13 years now. I live in Swindon in Wiltshire with my husband Joel and our 2 sons, and we moved here to plant a church 4 years ago, and it is a joy to be here. I started Hope and Ginger towards the end of 2016. Just really kind of probably a similar story to lots of people. My children were very small at the time. I was looking for sort of something to do. I'd always wanted to start a business. I didn't want to go back to the sort of work I was doing before, and I picked up a brush pen while I just joined Instagram. I was watching Instagram, thought, I reckon I can do this, and just started teaching myself brush lettering, and it sort of went from there. And yeah, the heart behind the business is to make things that encourage people in their lives and in their faith, and to help people to pray. And we at Hope and Ginger, we make a whole range of things, lots of paper goods, journals, cards, but also sort of textile stuff. We've got some embroidery kits, tea towels. Yeah, so just a range of things.
What have been some of your favorite products to put out into the world through Hope and Ginger?
Oh gosh. I mean, lots of the things I do just because I'm a sort of 50 ideas before breakfast type of person. And I just sort of decide I want to give something a go. And so it's all just a delightful experiment, and I love doing it. Probably my encouragement in a tin is still one of my favorite products. I've been selling that for some time now, but just the testimonies I get back, it's just a little tin. It's got 15 Bible verse cards in it. And yeah, just all sorts of stories. They've ended up in all sorts of places. And even at Big Church Day Out this year, people were saying, coming and telling me what they do with their tins of scripture cards. So that's probably a favorite. And I also love doing the Christmas. I have a few Christmas tea towels, and I love doing those. So, yeah.
The Christmas tea towels I love, and I think I've got one from every year now, because either I've bought one myself or somebody has bought one for me. But I always am like, oh, it's too nice to use for dishes, which I think I need to get over, especially with what Anna said. And I felt like super convicted about the idea of like having like the names of Jesus at the center of the home, and I'm just like, oh no, mine are in a drawer because I feel too stressed to use them.
Yeah. I mean, some people have like just used them as like wall hangings, and they like hang them up over the festive season, or put like, you can get those picture hangers, those magnetic ones. They put them on and hang them up. But I mean, I think it's great to use them and just enjoy them. I love having nice tea towels in my kitchen. Yeah. I used to have display ones and ones that you could use, and woe betide everybody that used my display tea towels.
I have to say that when, I don't know but, if anyone else can relate to this, but when you were maybe watching like TV and films growing up, and people would be like, oh, don't use the guest towels. I think there was like a trope in like Friends or something with Monica being like, don't use the guest towels. And I've got a lot of like Turkish aunties who do a lot of like crochet and do really spectacular like towel trimmings and everything. So like, don't use the guest towels was always a thing, but it wasn't ever something that I could relate to as being bothered by. But I can totally relate to like, don't use the good tea towels, because for whatever reason, tea towels bother me a lot more than like fancy towels with like hand crochet trim. But yeah, anyway, Cath does amazing tea towels. What inspired Epistle Whistle? Tell us a bit more about it. And
yeah, sure. I have wanted to design games for a very long time. We are a big game family. We also a big walking family, and our youngest son doesn't really like walking. And so one of the ways we get round the walks with him is we make up game, like we design board games in our heads and we chat them through as we walk. And that sort of helps him to pass the time, and he comes up with all sorts of weird and wonderful ideas. But yeah, like I've wanted to do games for a while. Wanted to do some Bible games. I don't think there's much in the way of really fun Christian card games and board games that are out there that are sort of suitable for adults as well as children. And so it sort of felt like, oh, maybe there was space in that market for us to make something. And it, so we just thought we'd give it a go. And it was the idea of using the epistles was my husband's idea, because we sort of thought, oh, well, you could have a card to represent every chapter in the epistles. Epistle's such a funny word, isn't it? But basically it's the New Testament letters, not including Revelation. So it's from Romans through to Jude. And yeah, so we just sort of started from there, and we made a very rough mock-up and started playing it and thought, this is really fun. We're enjoying it. We're learning stuff. We're learning how many books are in how many chapters on each book. We're learning Bible verses. Like, why not? Let's go for it. So yeah, but we thought we'd apply it because it's quite a departure from our current product range. It's quite a sort of big investment to and felt quite risky. So when you launched Cheerfully Funded, I just thought, oh, this is the perfect opportunity to give this a bash, to see if we can get it funded. But even if we, like Anna said, even if we don't get it funded, it's been really encouraging. We've had so much positive feedback from people, and yeah, we've really enjoyed playing it and putting it together. So it's been a positive experience, whether we are funded or not. Yeah,
amazing. Love to hear that. Thank you so much for sharing, Cath, and we'll see what happens as the night progresses, as we're chatting to everyone, and we'll see whose projects get the funding. But it is amazing to hear some of the heart and passion behind the projects, because the sort of funding is only really part of the purpose of this. Like, the purpose of it also is just to encourage creativity and just to get that kind of feedback, especially because when we did the Cheerfully Given Kickstarter back in 2017, the sort of conversations that were had around it were as valuable as the funding itself, when it came to just like the vision for what lies ahead. So thank you so much, Cath. It is awesome to see you, and great that you had such a good time at Big Church Out. If you were at Big Church Out, make sure you say hi to Cath, and it would be great to see who else was there. And we'll maybe see you again later on, Cath, but hope you have a good rest of your evening if we don't see you again.
Thanks. Have a good one.
Amazing. So we're going to have a little mini break in between our interviews to do a little bit of a giveaway. And I'm just having a look at the green room situation. We've got Naomi and Amber and George and Becky. So it is great to see all of you. At some point, we might be able to bring on multiple people, but I've never done that before in StreamYard, so we'll see how that happens and how it goes. Thank you so much, Kim. So I just want to say hello to some of the people who are in the comments since I last said hi to everyone. So Becky from Ali Moo is going to be joining me live, hopefully in the next sort of half an hour or so. I don't really know what timings are happening tonight. It was very chilled. What can I say? We're all at home and it's got pajama energy, even though we're not wearing pajamas. So Trevor is commented, but Alison is watching. So hey, Alison. Sarah, love that verse. It's such a good verse. I didn't ask Cath what her favourite verse was. Just realised that. Alexis is in Leeds. My mum is from Leeds. And anytime anyone's from Yorkshire, I grew up in Yorkshire, I'm always like, yes, a taste of home. So it's been nice to see how many people from Yorkshire and the north are in the comments, especially now that I live in the south. No offense to the south, but you know, Yorkshire is where it's at. Chris, way to go. Cath, super encouraging. Love to see the encouraging comments as well, and Ruth's comment, they're encouraging as well. Kim from North Cornwall, and we've got Rachel in Leeds as well. Hey Rachel. Michelle is from Barbados. Now, if you're in Barbados, that trumps Yorkshire. If I was going to choose to be somewhere right now, I've got to say I think Barbados would be up there. So it's great to have you as well, Michelle. So we're going to do a little giveaway, and we've got some different things to give away for this particular, and I've just left it on the other desk. So give me 1 second, because one of the things that we have got to give away for this evening, sorry, you can just hear a whole lot of crashing noises. I left giveaway item on the other side of the room. So it's great to have everyone here. Welcome if you're joining us for the first time. We've had a couple of interviews, and we are now moving on to a giveaway. Now, this is not something that is from one of the businesses who are part of Cheerfully Funded, but it is from somebody who's joined the Cheerfully Given seller community because of crowdfunding. And so I wanted to take the opportunity to do a giveaway. We'll do another giveaway of these at some point later in the year as well, because they are brilliant. But I'm just opening it. So if you win this, I apologize that it's open, but I just want to open it to show everyone what it is before you enter the giveaway. So we've got this is one of the products. We're giving away another 4 products as well on the live stream. We're also giving away some memberships to our Bible journaling club and to our business club as well. So we've got some different things going on now. This is the giveaway that we are doing. This will be the main giveaway from a product point of view, in terms of it being quite a high value product. These sell for about £105, I think the last time I checked, maybe a bit more than that plus shipping. And you might be thinking, Maneksha, what is it? But it looks golden sparkly, so I'm in. This is a box with all of the illustrated Bible verse cards from Cumi Creations, who have created Living and Powerful. So Mark and Nina are incredible creatives and did a really cool Kickstarter campaign. And they created 5 different boxes that are like deconstructed books. And each set has 45 cards in it. And the Wonderbox has all of them. So I just wanted to show you it because it's so beautiful, honestly. I was like, we love an excuse for a giveaway, and also it's a really nice opportunity to be able to just share this with you. So this is what the card packs look like. So they're bigger than, they're like twice the size of a deck of cards. Does that make sense? And there's basically 1 pack for the Trinity, 1 pack called Lovers and Fighters, which is to do with like spiritual warfare. There's a pack called Unity. There's a pack called Roots. So there's some really beautiful ones. Let me just see if I can get up the their Cheerfully Given shop, and you can see what else is there, because they've just put so much thought into it. And I think that that does a better job of showing it than me trying to remember off the top of my head. So if I just stop sharing my screen here, and I'm going to share this. So this is Mark and Nina's Cheerfully Given shop, and they've got journals, which are all, like, I've seen the journals in real life as well, and they're gorgeous. They're really high quality. There's greetings cards, which are all foiled as well, so you can see these have foiling on. These all are foiled as well, so £7.90 for a pack of 5 greetings cards that have foiling on them is just so ridiculously affordable, and they're just, yeah, super, super lovely. And then you can see this is the Wonderbox, which has 225 cards in. So that's what we're giving away. And it's £105.99 if you were to buy it. Now, Unity, Lovers and Fighters, Unique, which is to do with your identity. That's the one I forgot. Roots and Trinity. So each of them is available as an individual box. And these have been such a good present to give because they are absolutely gorgeous. Now I'm going to open who would like to maybe pick a box, whichever box I see come up in the chat. I'll open that pack of cards, or what I think is that pack of cards, and we can have a little look at the insides. And we are gonna I'll tell you how to enter the giveaway once we've had a little look at the inside of the cards as well. But basically each of the card packs when you buy them has its own box, but when you get the Wonderbox they all come individually packaged like this. And then once they are have had the cellophane removed, you've got this handy box to keep them in. Roots, I'm seeing Roots, so we're going to go with that one. Now is the time that I remember which one is Roots. Roots is, I think it's this one. I'm pretty sure it's this one. So we're going to open it and have a little look. I should have done all of this before we went live, but hey, we're having the authentic in real life hangout experience. And here we are. I also wanted to show how everything is packaged as well, because I think that that's nice to see. So this is the pack of cards, and they're all FSC certified as well, and you've got some little suggestions for how to use it. So it's a really cute little leaflet just to show you what to do. And then if I just my fine motor skills need work, peeps. They need work. So I'm going to just fan them out like so. So you can see that's what the deck looks like. And then on the back, we've got all of these individual cards. So for instance, this one is Genesis 2 verse 7. And then on the reverse of it says, the Lord God formed man of the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living being. So each of the cards has got its own illustration on the front, and I would not be very good on QVC, I think is what we're all learning from this experience. But we can see that there's different illustrations on each of the cards, and then on the reverse you've got the Bible verse that the illustration is inspired by. So there's one here that's shiny, and we love a bit of gold foil. So what you get with the card sets is these little wooden holders, and the wooden holders they're magnetic, so you can attach them to things. This one, you get two because you've got 225 cards, so they're really handy, and you can put them on things. So you can easily stick it to the fridge if you want to, but the idea is that you can then really easily have the cards stood around, maybe a different card each week around the house, and use it to memorize scripture and really just immerse yourself in the word and meditate on these different verses with these beautiful visuals as well. So I realized that I've gone on about this quite a bit, but I wanted to show it to you because I just think that showing the power of kickstarted products and what the power of community to bring things to life is really exciting. It's what was inspired. It's what inspired us for Cheerfully Funded as a community as well. And this is an example of something that use the Kickstarter platform, which Cheerfully Given also used to bring this product to life. So I should have removed that so that you could see. Let me just do that while it's bigger. So you can see that's an example of the front. I need a manicure. And that's an example of the back with the Bible verses. So there's 225 and each one is like a deconstructed book. And they're gorgeous. So we're going to do a giveaway of it. And what I would love just for you to do to enter the giveaway is comment. And we're going announce the winner of the giveaway at the end of the live stream, because this is our biggest giveaway, is just to comment on the live stream that you're watching at any point between now and the end of the live stream, to say, why would you like to win this and how would it be helpful to you? And basically just why would you like to win it is great. So you can share that on there. If you know anyone who might also benefit from it, maybe you gift away some of the cards to someone, you want to tag someone, super. But that's all you need to do to enter the giveaway, is just say that you want to win the Wonderbox, and do use the word Wonderbox in your comments so that we can go through, and the winner will be picked at random by Becky and Sarah, who are the Cheerfully Given team, and they are monitoring the chat, and they'll pick at random, so it'll be completely random, but that will be done before the end of this evening. So remember to just type Wonderbox in your comment and then say why you'd like to win it. So that's the main giveaway from a product point of view. And thank you for just hanging out and looking at that with me, because I have been so excited to open it. I'm gonna be able to like have a proper look at it when we're not live anymore, but I'm really really excited to be able to share this with you guys as well, and hopefully you get as inspired by those cards as I feel. So we are going to have another interview because we've got some people in the green room, and we're going to bring Naomi on, I think, because Naomi is next on the screen. So Naomi, hello.
Hi, nice to see you.
Yes, you too. How are you doing this evening?
Not too bad, thank you. And how are you?
Yeah, good. Tell us a little bit more about yourself and your business.
Okay, so I live in Sussex, so not up north, really down south.
The south is great too, don't get me wrong.
With my 12-year-old son and my husband, and our Noah's Ark of animals. So yeah, that's us. We've been here, well, our whole lives really, and I'm just turned 40, so a long time.
And tell us about your business.
Okay, so Made or Makes was always something that I kind of tinkered with in the background, which has really helped me in my long health journey. And then when my husband lost his job to COVID in the first lockdown in 2020, we just decided to give it a try. And I've always loved crafting. It's been my baby for many years. So we just decided we would give it a see if we could make a little business of it from home. And it just sort of progressed from there. It started off with just making stuff for children generally. In play and learning, and then it progressed into kind of going into the Bible side of things.
And what are some of the things that you create in your business?
So for me, I make all the little products, and the Bible things have become my absolute driving force now. So it's anything that brings the Bible alive for children, really. So story pegs, story spoons, anything that makes it really tactile, creative and interactive, just to make the Bible come alive, not just be words on a page, but be something they can really understand and interact with.
And what are some of your favorites out of your product range to make when it comes to creating?
Probably since the Cheerfully Funded, definitely the Bible games, but previous to that, it really does depend. I love doing the story spoons because you can obviously make a huge picture on the spoon of all the detail, but then the pegs are really tactile for little hands and really cute. So I would say I do more pegs than spoons now. So maybe peg dolls would be my favorite, definitely.
And tell us a bit more about your Cheerfully Funded project.
Okay, so I'm really new to Cheerfully Given. So when I had your email to say that, we could apply for this, it was just amazing. It was a miracle, really. So as you interviewed me before, I said to God I needed a God idea, and the idea for wooden Bible games that were handmade for children just literally popped into my head. So I really felt it was from God and not really anything to do with me, to be honest. But I just really believe that children can learn the Bible when they're teeny tiny. I don't think we give them enough credit. Their spirits are beautiful, they're pure, they haven't been corrupted by the world or any other influence. And really, the more I've kind of gone into this Cheerfully Funded thing, the more I've realised what my heart for it is. And it makes me quite emotional, really, because I just think that they're just these beautiful little spirits, and they hear Jesus, and they hear him without all the intellect and without all the stuff that gets in the way as adults. And if we can get them into a place where we're telling them who Jesus says they are, and learning the word of God from tiny, then I believe that they'll stay with their faith. And so I'm really, really passionate about, making it fun, making it exciting for children. The Bible should be exciting. It should be alive. It should be real. It should be dynamic. It shouldn't just be words that they don't understand. It should be brought to understanding in a really creative way.
Amazing. What's your favourite Bible story?
Oh, that's a tough one. I'm a mad animal lover, so I guess to create for children it would be Noah's Ark, because I just love animals, every one of them. I would have a menagerie if I could afford to. So I think making that is really bright and vibrant is really lovely. And just the rainbow that's, proves that God's promises, he keeps them.
I was going to ask you what a promise is in your own walk with the Lord that he has kept, if you're comfortable to share a testimony of something where the Lord's promise has come to fruition for you.
Well, my favourite scripture would be Psalm 91, the whole passage. It was my dad's favourite, and he used to pray it over us every day when we were small. And he went home to be with Jesus when I was 16. And so I now pray it over my little boy every day. Particularly since COVID, we've really stepped that up. And I've just seen God be so faithful in my life. My health has been a real challenge, a very long time, and a very emotional roller coaster. But you know what? One of the things that I said to God once was, I just wish people understood. I feel really misunderstood, because when you have something invisible, it's very hard for a lot of people to understand, and you have to let people down, and you don't go out socializing as much. And God turned around and said to me, you don't need anybody to understand. I've seen every day you've cried. I've been through it all with you, and that's all you need. And that was a real revelation to me, and really freeing. I have felt him many times. I had a heart surgery a few years ago, and hospitals terrify me. And I said I didn't know whether to go ahead with it, even when I was literally up to the point of going into theatre. And I just felt him say again, I'm here like I always have been. And I had incredible peace. And honestly, I am a very anxious patient, because my health journey has just been so awful, and I haven't had very good experiences. And I had more peace in that moment than I've ever had in the whole of my life. And that for me is a rarity in medical situations. So yeah, God's been really faithful. There's been many times when things could have gone a different way financially, and it's been a real walk of faith, but we're just about still standing. So, I'm just believing that better days are ahead, really, and that he'll continue to be faithful as he always has been.
Amazing. So Naomi has created a video for the summit looking at how we teach the Bible to children creatively. And there's also tomorrow going to be a session that demonstrates how to facilitate messy play, because Naomi's got loads of experience facilitating imaginative play for children's groups. And we're hopefully going to hear more about her story and her expertise, and also have her come and do some trainings on all things creativity and teaching the Bible to children in the future as well. So it is a joy to have you as part of the Cheerfully Given community, Naomi, and whatever happens with tonight, we can't wait to help you bring your ideas to life in all of the incredible things that the Lord has ahead for you, and May Door makes as well. So thank you so much for the encouragement, and we'll see you later on.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks, Naomi. Bye. Bye. Amazing. So thank you all so much for your comments. Great to see all of your Wonderbox comments coming in as well. Tisha, so true, Naomi. I received Jesus into my life at the age of 3 and have been living him and serving him for 50 years. That's incredible. What a great testimony. Brilliant. So it's great to see everyone's comments coming through as well. And what I think we will do next is have a little chat to George Peters. Hello.
Hello.
Give you warning. I was just like, George, dropping straight in the deep end.
Hello.
So how are you?
Oh, living the dream as always.
So tell us a bit more about yourself.
My husband's on. So I am George from Ooh, I Like That Design. I have been running Ooh, I Like That Design for about 7 years, and I've been with Cheerfully Given since the start.
OG.
And since then, my business has evolved from cards and prints predominantly to illustrating books and abstract art. So it's really evolved over the time. And obviously, for this, I am now doing illustration with books, which is a whole new venture that came probably from lockdown. Me and my best friend Emma from Light Bulb Books.
In the comments. And
she's in the comments. Yeah, she's on a hen do. I'm
out.
representing. She would love to do this, but she's got poor signal, and I was like, I'll take one for the team.
Take one for the team.
So yeah, so basically how all that started was she's always wanted to be a children's books writer, and I get it with people who want to write books. If physically there's nothing to be like, oh, I like to write books, and it's just like words. So I was like, well, I can draw, kind of, and I've got a past in graphic design, so I could literally make the book for her. So as a surprise for her birthday, I produced the first book, A Little Town Called Hope, as a gift, and was like, look, you're a really good writer, and I want to see you go for this, especially in it's faith-based books that we think there's a really good market for, because there's Bible books that tell the story of a Bible, and there's ones that have a very key Bible verse in them, but to have just books about life and, you know, and it's just beautiful stories that are based on the Bible but necessarily aren't a Bible story. There's not a lot of there that we've found. Are you there? Oh
yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, mine's, oh, hang on, there we go. Let's wait there. And so I gave her the book and was like, look, let's roll with this. And then that was A Little Town Called Hope, and so she learned, hit the ground running, self-published, learnt along the way all the stuff, and obviously you know, we've been funding it ourselves, and so this is now our third book, and we won an award with the first book, or the Indie Award, which was really exciting. In America, I've no idea, but we're award winning. We're holding on to the we're award winning, so that's really cool. And yeah, the third book, we just want to keep going, and Emma's got so many ideas. And I'm just like, I'm learning as I go. You know, didn't think I was going to be a book illustrator, but now I am. And yeah, the funding would just be amazing to carry it on, really.
What is your favourite thing about illustrating books versus some of the other artistic work that you do?
It really pushes me. It really pushes me. And so there's a big difference I've learned from doing, obviously, graphic. How I started was graphic illustration, which everything I produce that's on Cheerfully Given and all my other work is being produced by a computer mouse, which everyone was like, oh, you don't draw it. So I don't draw. So during lockdown, I bought an iPad and a pencil, and used that. And so going back to drawing has been a real big challenge. But my favorite thing has just been pushing myself, like drawing for Hope, for instance. I had to draw the emotions, and it was like, how do you draw anger, sadness, joy, and fear, to a child, and all encompassing, and it's a really good challenge. I love it.
And what has been your favorite thing to design out of the last 7 years since you started I Like That Design?
Easy. No. One of my proudest and my best thing is the Bible alphabet print.
I knew you were going to say that, and I was like, yeah, if it isn't that answer,
it's
you're
one
wrong.
of those complete God things.
I have one, right? I have one here, which I can actually.
If I could keep making prints like that, I'd be. It's one of those things that just God definitely gave me an idea, and it was such a challenge to make, because it's like, how do you illustrate these words, and ice is in the Bible and all these random things, exactly. And it's like, it was such an inspirational piece to do, and I educated. I've been a Christian a long time. I was like, I did not know there was ice. Who knew there was ice in the Bible? And all the other stuff. And so that was a real joy. And obviously then to work so hard on it, and then it to be so popular, was just because loads of projects, as we all do, that we think, oh yes, it's going to be amazing, everyone's going to buy it, and no one buys it. And we've all done it.
It's true.
And then
my favourite things are always the things that sold the least as well.
Yeah, the things I put out there
really
that
bad taste.
Yeah, and people buy it. But this one was it's proud, and as far as I'm aware, there's nothing still quite like it out there, which is that's cool. And it's I'm sure someone one day will do, and I'm sure there is more out there, but yeah, that was quite cool.
Seeing as I have this here, I actually was going to give it to someone, but I have it here, and I love to give away something I have. This can be our next giveaway. So all you need to do to enter this giveaway is obviously it's a Bible alphabet poster.
Obviously.
And I might have bought this for somebody else, or I might have bought it for myself. I can't 100%
I'll send another one.
But who would you gift this to? Tell us in the comments, and then we'll get Georgina to pick a winner at random. So all of the comments will be picked at random. But if you comment who you would give the Bible alphabet poster to, maybe it's a godchild, maybe it's a nephew or a niece, maybe it's your own child, but do comment and we will send this out to you if you win. So Bible alphabet poster, it is an absolutely iconic piece. So I'm going to set this to one side and then we'll call on Georgina in about 10 minutes to pick a winner. So thank you, Georgina, and we'll see you later maybe. So we'll definitely see you to pick a winner. Thank you. Amazing. So thank you so much to George for sharing a bit more about her journey with Ooh, I Like That Design. She is going to be giving a little, so we can see the comments on both Facebook and YouTube on the live stream here. So George will pick someone at random in the next 10 minutes to win that and let us know. So Sarah is just putting the details for the giveaways in the chat as well. So if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, then Sarah Beavis is the icon, the moderator, the giveaway communicator extraordinaire. And we're seeing lots of comments coming through for that. So amazing. So we are just about 9 p.m. and again, timings weren't exactly specific for what time we end. It was a bit vague, but we're not going to hang around for too long. Don't worry too much. So while the giveaway comments are coming through there, what I'm going to do is chat to Becky, and then after Becky, we'll chat to Amber a bit after, just to give you both a warning. So Becky will chat to you next, and then we'll have a little chat to Amber. Sarah has decided to quit so that she can win the prizes, and that is my cue to cry on stream. So Sarah, I'm feeling delicate today. I've spent 2 days in hospital. Can we not? If Sarah quits, then I quit. But anyway, with the chat, the comments that are coming through, Emma here, Emma Allen, I believe Emma Allen is like books. George, yes, George is not nodding. That's okay. I was like, I'm about to say this, but I'm only 98% sure that I'm right. Emma Allen is watching on Facebook, and she is the founder of Lightbulb Books. So the collaborative project for Cheerfully Funded is between George and Emma. So we've got some amazing comments coming through there from people. And then Becky, hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Yeah, good. Happy to be here.
Tell us a bit more about yourself.
Okay, I'm Becky and I live in Cornwall with my family, my son, my daughter, my husband Ian, and I've lived here for almost all of my life. Originally I'm from Hammersmith, but we moved down when I was very, very young, and yeah, Cornwall is our home and we love it. Yeah, it's stunning. We absolutely love it. Love the countryside, we love the beaches. It really gives me inspiration being around such beautiful creation day and just seeing God's beauty every time I step out the door. Basically, it's the coastline and the woodlands and everything is amazing. We love it here. I
say obviously a lot of people who are running creative businesses, either people who sell on Cheerfully Given or people who are in sort of my wider network. And honestly, if you do like a pin map of where the most creatives are, so many are in Cornwall. It's incredible. And I think it must just be something about the fact that Cornwall is really beautiful and the coastline is incredibly inspirational. But there are so many people in that part of the world. And I know that Jordan from Jordan Lily Designs runs a Christian craft market in Cornwall. And there's loads of Cheerfully Given sellers who all do that every year in person. So if you're in Cornwall, that's a great market to go to. But also, obviously, Becky, it might be something that you decide to join in with later this year.
Yeah, I will do. That sounds fab. Yeah, I haven't heard about that one yet. But I've been doing my own Alimu, I think, for a couple of years now. So I'm really quite new to it, I think, for this kind of market and doing it on my own. I've been a graphic designer for almost 25 years, but working for a big company in Cornwall, a big printing company, and being in the house designer. So doing a lot of design for other people and other clients and not really for myself. And I become a Christian, and straight away I just realized, oh wow, God, you've given me this gift and I'm doing this for everybody else, but I want to give it back to you now. So I just decided to set up my website, which is a great testimony because God gifted me that website, and one of my friends told me about Cheerfully Given. So very good to Cheerfully Given. I think it's given me a great platform to put my work out there, and it's great.
Amazing. Love to hear that. It's also always really like mind-boggling to me how many people's friends like recommend them to go on Cheerfully Given, because it's always been like very organic, really, in terms of how sellers find out about it. And so many people say, oh, my friend said that I should like join Cheerfully Given. And I'm like, oh, it's so good how many people have friends like looking out for them and thinking about their businesses and being like, you should totally go for this. So
I share it all the time. I'm not just for like Alimu, but just for all the amazing creatives that are on there, because everybody's so different. Everything is, everyone's got a marvelous gift and they're all so different, and there's something there for everyone. So yeah, it's amazing.
So lovely. Thanks, Becky. So tell us a bit more about Alimu Designs and the kind of products that you create for your own business. What do you choose to create now that you've got Alimu to channel your creativity into, as opposed to getting briefs for print design as part of somebody else's business?
Yeah, so mainly I think because the industry I was in, I concentrate on cards, so greeting cards for all occasions, baptisms, birthdays, anniversaries, anything like that really, and print. That's where I've mainly concentrated because that's what I was familiar with. But I have then taken those designs and then put them onto other things. Like I've done some mugs, I've done some tea towels. And so I'm just always looking for different creative ways and avenues, postcards and things like that. So always, asking God, what next? What's next? So I think this brief for Cheerfully Given is giving me that opportunity to think outside the box of what I would normally do. And I think God gave me this idea to do this little book. And so it's a whole new thing for me. It'll be my first book that I've done.
So tell us a bit more about the book, just in terms of what it is and what it's designed for.
Yeah, okay. So it kind of started off, I'm part of ladies ministry in my church, and we were discussing what should we do and what should we put on for these events for the ladies. And we just, it was pouring our hearts out and we were praying about it, and just downloaded that each one of us is so unique. And so different, gifted so differently, and we've all got a marvelous story to tell. And so what came about that evening is I designed some little bookmarks and a notepad, and we had a rubber stamp that was designed, and on it was "My story is unique. Start writing it today." And what we did, we gave space for ladies to go up and share their testimonies. And it was 3 amazing, brave ladies on the evening that went up and their stories to each one of us. And their stories were so beautiful. They were so unique. They were so filled with encouragement and God's love and faithfulness throughout their whole lives. That these little books that we gave was a little prompt for everybody else there to start writing their story. Because the power of your testimony is so, so powerful. We're armed with the gospel, the good news of the gospel, to go and tell people, and people sometimes accept that and sometimes they don't. They don't believe it, or they don't want to believe it. But no one can say that your story isn't true. you know, and where you can see where God has been so faithful to you. It could be through a healing, it could be through provision, through encouragement, friendship, you know, all these marvelous things that Jesus is to us, different in every single way. Yeah, so it was just an encouragement tool really for people to start writing down their stories and to share them with other people. So I just wanted to take that a bit further and put not just a notepad and a pen and a bookmark, but to create it in this beautiful book, in a hardback book with some nice foiling on the front and with beautiful passages all the way through, giving people encouragement to write their testimonies and prompts, special events, special moments that's happened, where they've heard God's voice, where maybe they've had a prophecy spoken over them and it's all things like that, just to keep it in this one book. And maybe that book they can then share with friends or a family member who doesn't know Christ, or, you know, sit down with their children and just go through your life and just show your children where Jesus and God has been through your life. So there on paper, and, you know, stick things in, use it as a scrapbook, whatever you want to do really, but it's just your story and share really.
Amazing. So this is a bit more about the product, and so we've got the book cover here, which is really beautiful, as Becky has just mentioned, and then just some graphics to show what the insides look like. So there's prompts and graphics and verses to think through, and space to capture those stories as well. So you can check that out on the funded.cheerfullygiven.com site. That page will still be available for you to browse, because what we hope is that maybe even if products don't get funded, there's 23 incredible ideas, and the people and the artists and the designers who created them have received so much encouragement that there might be other routes to bring it to market, and we are really committed as Cheerfully Given to supporting those ideas to market in any way that we can, even if things don't get funded this evening. So just for some context there, we are really excited about all of these ideas. They are all incredible, and we wish that there was enough money to send every single one of them straight to the printers and manufacturers. So that's just to share in terms of you being able to browse the products after the fact as well. And if they become available to purchase, we will be linking to them from those pages. So they will be there for you to check out at any time. Thank you so much for sharing a bit more about your own story, Becky, and about Alumni Designs, and about the My Stories Unique journal. It's such a lovely idea, and we can't wait to see what the evening has in store for the rest of this evening. So thank you so much. I'm going to say goodbye to Becky now and bring George back on in just a minute to tell us who the winner of the alphabet poster is. So you've had warning, George, now, so that when I bring you on, you can tell us who has won it. And Sarah, remember, Sarah and Becky are in the chat, and this is the Wonderbox. If you want to win the Wonderbox, you just need to comment and say Wonderbox and then why you want to win it. So that's all you need to do, but you do need to put Wonderbox in the comments so that we know, because this is the giveaway that's going on until the end of the live stream. So George, let's welcome you back. Can we hear you? I don't think we can. I think you're muted.
Hello. Sorry, I just
hello. No, it's okay. I just didn't want to unmute you in case there was a reason that you were muted. So
stuffing my face with bolognese. It's great.
So please tell us who the winner is of the alphabet poster.
So to do this, I just need to go onto the live and look through just some names.
Yeah, the comments basically. So the comments that have been who they'd give it to, and we're just going to pick someone at random.
Okay. I will choose. Oh my goodness, this is nerve-wracking.
There are so many as well. So just as a reminder, while George is scrolling through all of the comments, this is the Bible alphabet poster. It's an A3 poster, and if Cheerfully Given doesn't work out, I'm practicing my skills to become a QVC presenter. This is each letter has an illustration and a Bible passage, and I've given this to many a godchild. So do we have a winner, George?
Yes, I'm gonna go with the one that I relate with the most, as in it's Coffee and Croissants is the name of the person, and
excellent.
And they're gonna give it to their niece Pippa. So
excellent. So Coffee and Croissants, you have won the A3 Bible alphabet poster, picked by the artist herself. Thank you so much, George. Great to have you, and thank you for hanging around to declare a winner of the Bible alphabet poster. See you soon. So if you win a giveaway, please email your details to hello@cheerfullygiven.com. Sarah/Becky, both of them, both are one of them. I know that Sarah definitely is. So Becky, if you're watching this thinking, well, she didn't warn me about this, Sarah definitely is. But I know that Becky is so organized that she's probably doing backup version without any prompting. But if you win one of the giveaways, Sarah's making a note of your name. But obviously, Coffee and Croissants, we because you're on YouTube, we can't pop you a DM. So please do email us at hello@cheerfullygiven.com with your details, and I will post that out to you next week when I'm recovering from the digital 5-day extravaganza that has been the Creative Christianity Summit. So that's our second giveaway. So that is the second giveaway there. And Sarah, you need some background music. Yes, I did think about that for this evening, that it would have been nice to have. So what I'm going to do now is another giveaway, and this giveaway is a slight detour. We've had a lot of like book-based things happening in Cheerfully Funded and so far, but we're going to continue that theme because for those of you who've been part of the Creative Christianity Summit this year or any previous years, you'll know that one of our favorite speakers, and I say that as like our collectively because everyone always asks for him to come back every single year, is Paul Blackham. So Reverend Dr. Paul Blackham, to give him his full title, but Paul as he is known to all of us. And yesterday on our evening live stream, Thursday, because yesterday we didn't have one, but on Thursday somebody asked if Paul had ever published a book, and the answer to that is yes, he has quite a few, and they're through biblical frameworks. So I've got a couple of them here. So I've got two of the redesigned versions. So I've got the John version, which is a study on John, but this one has journaling space. And then Colossians is the latest release, and this is a smaller format, much like the sort of original book by book series. There's 33 different Bible commentaries, but they are this size and they are full of gold. They are so good. So this is typical of a book by book Bible study. So if you go on their website for biblical frameworks, there's 33 different studies, and this is the size of them, and they're just perfect for small groups, for personal study as well. That's the Colossians one. We have got these John ones. I love the John ones because they're bigger format, so there's a bit more space for note taking and a bit more space for creativity if you are so inclined to do that. And there's also more space for Richard Thomas's artwork in them as well. So we're going to give away I've got one here. We're gonna give away 4 of these, but to 2 people. So I would love for you to comment and tell us who you would do a John Bible study with, and then we will give away 2 copies, one for you and one for the friend that you would do the study with, and then you can work through the John book by book together as a summer activity. Let's do 3 people. Let's do 3 pairs of people. So you nominate a friend that you would do a Bible study with, and then 3 people will each receive 2 copies of the John book by book, and it is brilliant. It is absolutely phenomenal. You can do it whatever stage of the Christian faith you're at, whether you are just getting to know Jesus, whether you don't know Jesus at all, or whether you've known him for 50 years. These are incredibly like meaty Bible studies. So you can just say in the chat who you would do a John Bible study with, and then we will give away 6 to, I hope that makes sense, I didn't write it very well, but 6 copies to 3 people. So each person will get 2 copies. And we can tell it's 9:15. So that is for that. And you can put that in the comments while I am talking to Amber, because we've got Amber here, and she is our final interview in the green room for this evening before we announce the winners of the Cheerfully Funded funding. So we've already got Boom80 saying that they would love to do a John Bible study with their daughter, whether or not you are the father or mother to their daughter, then you have entered. So Boom80 is there. Jessie Finn would love to do a John Bible study with her colleagues. Becky, if I win, I'm going to invite my mum to do the John Bible study with me. She's not yet a follower of Jesus, but we've had some good chats, and I think that would be a great next step. That sounds incredible, Becky. I would do a John Bible study with my brother Will, husband, friend Myra. There's some really great comments coming through there. Love to see it. Love to see it. So, Amber, welcome to the Cheerfully Funded live stream, Cheerfully Given award ceremony, virtual extravaganza. The award ceremony sounds a bit formal for what we've ended up having. It's much more chilled out, so hopefully everybody's been enjoying the hanging out with friends energy that we've got. Amber, it's great to talk to you again. Tell us about yourself for those who weren't here earlier in the week when we chatted.
Oh, hi guys. First of all, I'm super sorry if you can hear music in the background. My neighbours obviously knew it was a special night. They decided to have a party as well.
Nice.
Yeah, so I live in Hampshire. I've been here sort of all my life. I studied art for maybe four or 5 years. So I'm a very mixed media artist. So I've done loads of stuff from drawing to textiles to welding, and then along came lockdown, and I had to find something I could do at home that I could fit in my living room. So I taught myself how to paint digitally, a bit like some of the other artists that have been on tonight, and it just kind of grew from there, really. Started printing stuff, started selling it to friends, family, church members, and then found out about Cheerfully Given again through a friend, and so started selling with you guys from 2021. But it's all been sort of paper based, like stickers, what you call them, art prints, bookmarks, greetings cards, things like that.
What has been your favourite thing to design so far?
I've been thinking about this. It's so hard to pick, because very much, as you guys were saying earlier, the things that you love are like the least thing that gets sold. So like my most popular thing that's been sold is bookmarks. The thing I feel most proud about making is sticker sheets, because I had to learn a whole lot about making things called cut lines and stuff to send off to companies to do. But I think my favorite drawing that I've done so far is sort of a picture of Claire de Lune poppies, and it was one of those pieces that I really had to labor over. Some things just kind of come easy, and some things you really got to work on. So it's less of a favorite product and more of a favorite range, really, I suppose. Yeah.
Nice. And tell us a bit about your Cheerfully Funded project.
Oh, I'm so excited about it. It sort of started because, essentially, I've always found men really hard to get gifts for. Like, I love you guys, you're awesome, but what do you want for Christmas, for birthdays? I have no idea. And I just thought, oh, wouldn't it be great if there was a way to give them something that brought a bit of Christ into their lives, but it wasn't, really overwhelming. It wasn't, all over them. Something that was a bit humorous and a bit light-hearted, something that could spark a conversation with strangers or people they know. So I started designing a range of men's giftware and apparel. So things like caps and flip-flops and aprons, which are my absolute favorite. And a lot of the things on there are like the green apron on there. They're inspired, or the black one, sorry. They're inspired by family stories. So it says, "There's cooking, start praying," and that's come from stories from my family where my father-in-law had a few cooking mishaps, like we all do, when his kids were really young. So one day it was always breakfast as well. He served them some scrambled eggs with just a side helping of washing up bubbles. I don't think it went too well, apparently. Things like putting salt on cereal instead of sugar and things like that. And I just thought, well, do you know what? That's really funny. And I've had feedback from people that are non-Christians and said that actually, do you know what? They would buy it for themselves or for their friends as well. So it's kind of a good way to get Jesus in really subtly, you know. Yeah.
Amazing. What is included in the product range? Obviously, we can see a couple of different things here. So maybe just to give people a sense of what you have in mind for it.
Well, you've got all the products that you can see there. So aprons, flip-flops, and sort of baseball caps. But I really want to go into some seasonal things as well as the year progresses, like beanies and welly boots, and I don't know, maybe even jackets and jumpers if that comes up.
Amazing.
So things like that.
Incredible. Thank you so much for sharing, Amber. Before we wrap up, what is your favorite Bible verse?
Oh, I have two. So I've got Nehemiah 8:10, which is "The joy of the Lord is my strength," and Isaiah 41:10, which I wrote down because I forgot it last time. And it's, "Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. Yes, I will help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand."
Incredible. Thank you so much, Amber. It's been great to chat with you, and you can find out more about Amber using the link that we've just shared here, which is Amber Day Studios for the Cheerfully Funded page. I'm just going to pop that in the chat here. I think that Sarah's put it up already, and you can also see her Cheerfully Given shop is linked in the chat as well. So thank you so much, Amber, and we look forward to seeing what the Lord has ahead for you with Amber Day Studios. So great to chat to you, and I'll catch up with you soon.
Thank you.
Bye. So we are in the home stretch, I think, towards the announcement of the Cheerfully Funded project campaign. Let me just make everything still. Got too excited and kicked the tripod. So what we are going to do now is announce the winners of the giveaway for the book by book John. So this is the larger version that has a little bit more space for taking notes and things in it as well. If you do get one of these and you end up doing really creative notes in it, do take a snap and share them with us, because Paul loves creative notes. And St. Crispin's, when Andrew and I moved to London, we moved to St. Crispin's to work alongside Paul at St. Crispin's. And at that church, they have like a this is such a detour for where I was going with this, but anyway, every Sunday we had a like clipboards and paper, and anyone of any age could get a clipboard and get some pencil crayons and illustrate the sermon. And at the start of every sermon, there were some ideas for some of the creative prompts that might be visuals for that particular passage or sermon, and then afterwards anyone who had drawn the sermon then could go and get a fruit bowl. So all of the younger generations loved it, but we had loads of adults getting in there as well. And then we had a wall in the church where we could hang the clipboards and then see the visual notes from the sermon all through the week. So there is so many cool things like that Paul has done throughout his ministry that just show how much he loves creativity as well. So if you do any creative notes when you're doing these studies, do take a picture and share them with us. So book by book John, we've got 3 pairs of these that we're going to give away, and we are going to just go back up the comments here. The first person is going to be Becky Knapp. We're going to send Becky Knapp for her to invite her mum to do a John Bible study with her. So Becky, Sarah's taking your name down, but please do email your details across to hello@Cheerfully Given. And then we also have Boom 80 is also going to win a pair of studies. So please, again, do email hello@cheerfullygiven.com with your details. And then the final winner was Kim for this, but we have a bonus winner. So Kim, you have also gotten 2 of the Book by Book John Bible studies that are by Paul Blackham. And then we had a bonus for Sarah Nurden. We're going to send you 2 of the Colossians, as it's one of your favorite Bible books. We're going to send 2 of those for you to do with your friend Kenda. So thank you so much to everyone who has commented. And these smaller books are $4.99, and there are videos online that you can watch that have more insight, or the large format with more space is they retail for $9.99. So just so that you know, if you're thinking about future Bible studies and things like that. So those are our 3rd giveaway. I believe we're on our 3rd giveaway now. The Wonderbox, just as a reminder, is our big giveaway of the night, and this all you need to do to enter is put Wonderbox in your comment and then say why you'd like to win it. Just as a reminder for anyone who's joining us for the first time, it's 225 illustrated Bible verse cards, and they are a little illustration on the front and a little Bible verse on the back. Those are 2 different cards, just in case anyone's thinking the front says Genesis, but the back says Hebrews. Those are 2 of the cards there, and they come with little stands, so you can put them on the fridge or above the kitchen sink or somewhere that isn't in the kitchen. Maybe your fridge isn't in the kitchen. Welcome to everyone who is joining us, and great to see all of the comments coming through. It is good to have you. We have one more giveaway of products this evening, but we also have got some giveaways for our Bible Journaling Club, which is launching again in July. So what we're probably, I'm just thinking about timing, because I realize we're coming to 9:30, and I want to make sure that we do the Cheerfully Funded announcement so that you can go to bed if you want to go to bed. So what I think we'll probably do is do the Cheerfully Funded announcement, and then after we've done that, we will do the final product giveaway and the Bible journaling giveaway in the latter half. So we'll still be chatting, but we'll know who the winners are. So just to let you know the breakdown of that. Let's do the last product one before we do the Cheerfully Funded announcement. And I'm just going to pull up my screen again for this one. Now, if you are at the Creative Christianity Summit, this is going to be such an easy one for you to get into, because you'll have recently heard a number of here we go. I'm just going to share my screen. A number of different songs that will make this really easy for you to enter. So this is a giveaway for one of Lou Fellingham's mugs. So Lou Fellingham, worship leader extraordinaire. She is so lovely and just loves Jesus so much. She's literally one of the most talented and humble and lovely people. And she was in Fatfish, her husband Nathan, and she now produce their songs and do all kinds of incredible things. And we are on like 9:30 brain, so it's like the worst introduction ever. But Lou and Nathan have been the worship leaders for the summit last year and this year. So each day of the summit, we start with 30 minutes of worship, and Lou and Nathan have been joining us for that, and it's just been brilliant to be able to sing and enjoy that. So if you have been to the 2021 summit last year, you can still watch the sessions that they recorded last year with loads of gorgeous music, and then this year they've done 5 days as well, so there's even more to enjoy. Now for this, we're going to give away 2 of the mugs, and all you need to do is tell me in the chat which of Lou's songs and Lou and Nathan's songs is your favorite, and you can pop that in the chat. So you can either do that, or you can tell us which mug you'd like to win. So we've got these Give Thanks and Release the Joy ones are my favorite, and I was going to do the giveaway of these, but she's got like 4 different mugs, so it might be that you prefer one of the others. But this has Release the Joy on one side and Give Thanks on the other, and it's just the perfect huggable mug. So the Give Thanks mug, but there are others. If you prefer another mug, you can pick your mug if you win, but just let us know which of Lou's songs you have enjoyed the most if you've been part of the summit, and if you have listened to Lou's stuff, then you can share which your favorite is in the chat, and then we'll pick 2 people to get a beautiful mug by Lou Fellingham. Heidi, yes, it's so nice to see you here, Heidi. Great to have you. Elizabeth would like to win the Bring It All to Jesus mug. Bring It All to Jesus is my favorite of her songs, I think. And today, in today's summit worship, they sang it, and it was amazing. It was just perfect as well, because I've had such a stressful couple of days, and it was just such a like timely reminder that I didn't know that they were going to sing it. And really enjoyed that. So yes, anyway, that's our next giveaway, is 2 of Lou Fellingham's mugs. And Boom 80, lovely Fellingham. I loved interviewing her for God TV. Incredible. She is absolutely delightful. I met Lou, and having her to speak at the summit last year was like such a like red letter moment for me, because I've met like I've worked with quite a lot of different people who are like well known or whatever, have platforms, and honestly I don't like care. I genuinely don't care like how well known someone is or any of those things. Like even, you know, Paul Blackham, before we met him, before I met him anyway, like over 10 years ago, like had listened to a lot of his sermons, read a lot of his books, etc., and like knew of him and he was well known. None of that really is impactful for me when I'm meeting someone in terms of like what's notable. What is more notable is like how much of an impact they've had on my walk with Jesus. So when I met Paul and when I met Lou, both times it was meeting somebody who has had such a significant impact on my walk with Jesus that it was like really exciting and humbling to meet them. And like honestly, they could both be like 100 times more famous and I wouldn't care anymore about like meeting them or not, because and there's like loads of people who are like maybe way more well known or whatever that I get again like don't care about meeting because for me the fact that I was able to have you know, involved Lou and Nathan in the summit last year was just a really humbling and exciting because of that. So I don't know if that was very well expressed, but I think so often, especially with social media, people just get like fixated on like how many followers people have or like how well known people are. And I was talking to my friend Liz Mosley about it on Monday. So some of you who are in the Cheerful Business Club will know Liz because she does graphic design, like mentoring and support through the Cheerful Business Club. But we were talking about it and she was like, oh, I'm terrible when I meet like well-known people. And her husband know quite a few people, including like the guitarist for Westlife and things like that. So we were talking about it in the context of like secular like well-known people. And she said she met like Noel Fielding once and she made like a total embarrassment of herself because she got like so starstruck and overwhelmed about it. And she's going to be mortified that I've told the story. So but we were just talking about it anyway, and it was just like it's something that I have never really like felt personally. So anyway, just a bit of a musing there around you know, what are the things that we get starstruck about, and often it's the people who have had an impact on us in some way, but so often people's definitions of that are like, oh, I've met someone who loads of people know, and it's like, guys, we know Jesus. Like, Jesus, everyone knows who Jesus is, and he's our best friend. So once you know Jesus, meeting like humans who are well known is like, who cares? Anyway, that was a bit of a detour, and it's great to see everyone sharing their favorite songs and which mugs they would like to win as well. So yeah. Again, Haiti, I'm loving the new songs that they've been sharing recently, and they have been doing some great ones. And the Lean on the Everlasting Arms album is so beautiful, especially if you do enjoy their words and lyrics of older songs, but the arrangements are gorgeous. We really enjoyed listening to that over Easter. So I'm just scrolling through. I'm trying to keep up with some of the comments. And it is just lovely to see all of these things coming through. And also now, you know, that Lou has these gorgeous products as well. So if you ever go to one of her in-person events, she sells these in person, and her daughter has designed some of them. So she sells them on Cheerfully Given, and you can find them at her events and her conferences and things as well. So if you're interested in going to her events, there is more information on her website. And they do like a live as well every Wednesday, I believe. Amazing. Thanks everyone for sharing. So we will announce a couple of winners for the mugs, and for the we'll announce the winner for the Wonderbox after our next section. So it's 9:35. You've been very patient for the last hour and a half as we have been hanging out and going through some different giveaways and interviews and things like that. And it is now time for us to announce the winners of the Cheerfully Funded project, which I am I'm a little bit nervous about this. It's the first time that we've done it. So we're going to share screen. We've got a little presentation to walk us through. Hopefully everything is going to be nice and technology friendly. So if you are watching this and you entered the Cheerfully Funded campaign, please let us know in the chat. I'm going to be sharing my screen, so I'm not going to be able to see everyone's comments, which is probably a good thing, because I'm like, this is like a big deal for me personally. So it's time for our awards, and the results of the Cheerfully Funded campaign have been counted and checked and triple checked and verified. So first things first, what is Cheerfully Funded? I just wanted to share a bit of context for if you have been part of the summit and you didn't know what the Cheerfully Funded project was. So Cheerfully Given is giving away £5,000, over £5,000, to bring your favourite product ideas to life. So for the past 3 weeks, people from the Cheerfully Given community and beyond have been browsing ideas from Christian creatives around the UK and then voting for your favourites. And the votes have been counted, and it's time to bring the ideas with the most votes to life. So I want to say thank you so much for sharing and voting and being part of this campaign. I am incredibly grateful, and I know that the people who have pitched their ideas and been part of this campaign are also incredibly grateful for the time and the energy that you have put into supporting them and supporting their ideas. So Cheerfully Funded is something that I've wanted to do for a number of years, like pretty much since we since Cheerfully Given was launched. And the heart for Cheerfully Given has always been one of generosity, and knowing that we serve a living God who is just immensely generous. When we look at the idea of what generosity is, and we look to our Heavenly Father, we see that He has given us His Son, His most precious, most loved Son, who is absolutely everything to Him. And even that was not too much to give us. So the generosity of the living God, like how can we ever hold anything back when we look at who the Lord Jesus is and the sacrifice that he made and the whole act of the cross and of our redemption and everything. It's just so utterly incredible and mind-blowing. And so when we think about what generosity looks like as Christians, instead of asking the question, we talk about this in the Cheerful Business Club, but so many business owners have asked questions like, oh, how much should I tithe from my business? What percentage should I give to charity from my business? And really the question for us as Christians is not how much should I give, but how much should I hold back? And so as we are a community of artists and creatives and designers, there is the like secular way of doing business that informs so many, marketplaces like Etsy and on the high street do incredible jobs of that and of doing it for that audience. But what does it look like for us to step out and do things in a way that reflects the life of Jesus and of what it really means to walk as his people here on earth? And so Cheerfully Given, the verse that really inspired the community is 1 Peter 4 verse 10, and it says, each of you should use whatever gifts you have received to serve others as faithful stewards of God's grace in its various forms. And so that's why, and you'll have heard it tonight in the interviews, there is no spirit of like competition or envy or anything among the artists in the Cheerfully Given community. It's so rare to have any issues come up with even things like copying, which are really common in the creative space, even accidentally. But the spirit of generosity that exists towards one another and the spirit of encouragement to one another within the community as well really just shows how deeply we all know and understand that we are all uniquely called. We all have unique gifts, and even if we're doing similar things, we're doing them in a different way that is specific to the path that the Lord has put us on and is calling us to walk. So the idea of community supporting one another to create a bigger pie instead of fighting over the slices in a small pie is something that we can talk about more another time. But really the heart behind it is that we are stronger together. And Cheerfully Given, often people think it's a much bigger business than it is. I literally am the only full-time staff member, and then Sarah and Becky work alongside me, and we have some other people who do occasional hours here and there for things, but it's very much like our core team of people who are doing things day in, day out is small, and we work from home. Like I am coming to you right now from my home office in our vicarage that has loads of DIY projects going on. Like it's not a team of like 12 people in central London offices. So it's very much people who have skills and gifts supporting one another, and the community is incredible. And so the idea of having something like this has always been on my heart, because financially it takes money to make things happen. And actually, if you can have resource to make something happen, the space that creates for creativity and the overwhelm that is reduced because you don't have to think of like a whole series of practical things and obstacles is incredible. And so having something like Cheerfully Funded that can just give people some support to make ideas that might feel risky to a small business owner happen is really what this was for. And so the way that I've structured it when we look at giving away the prize pot is to make as many projects come to life as possible. So we were talking about doing like cash giveaway effectively, where it's 3 prizes that are set amounts, but ultimately each project needed its own unique amount to bring it to life. And so the entrants have shared that with me only, nobody else has seen that, and then they have been split into bands based on how much they needed. And so you'll see the bands, but you won't see how much specifically they needed for their project as we announce the winners. And what I have done is done a runner-up and then a winner for each category. So the runner-up isn't receiving the full amount that they needed, but they are receiving a contribution towards bringing that project to life because they received enough votes that product is definitely commercially viable, and we want to encourage and support them to move forward with it. I will also be providing some one-to-one support for the runners-up and winners of each category, and everyone else who was entered into the project with a pitch will receive 2 months free in the Cheerful Business Club, which is equivalent to £60. But everyone else will receive that if they want to take advantage of it, where we provide support and resources in a group mentoring format. So there's lots of other people who are really wise contributors to that particular community. And this verse, which inspires the name of Cheerfully Given, 2 Corinthians 9 verse 7, each one must give as he has decided in his heart, not reluctantly or under compulsion, for God loves a cheerful giver. So we can walk in bold generosity in every part of our lives, and we want to model that with this and pray that there are more opportunities for us to do this in the months and years ahead, and just really take creativity and creative projects seriously, and understand that this kind of skill and commitment to excellence is something that needs financial recompense in order to make it happen. And the Apostle Paul didn't work completely for free. There's loads of stuff on that we, again, it's a conversation for another time, and I don't want to go into too many detours, but every time we see somebody working with their gifts in the context of local church life, in the context of showing Jesus, we want to ask ourselves, like, how can I help and resource that person? How can I encourage that person as they share Jesus? And that's part of what it looks like to prefer one another and to support one another in this walk with Jesus in this particular age. So on with the announcements. The first band is Band C, and this is for projects that needed funding up to £1,000. So we have got a runner-up and a winner for each band, and there are 3 bands. So there are 6 projects that will receive some funding in total. So for Band C, the runner-up will receive £250 in funding, and the runner-up is, drum roll, I'm not going to do a fake drum roll for every single announcement, but I'm also too impatient to do the whole TV thing where they keep you hanging on a thread for ages. So for Band C, the runner-up who will receive funding is Who Do You Say I Am? So Jen has an incredible project that is inspired by her own porch project that she did for Christmas. She created a stained glass window out of tissue paper and acrylic paint, and so many people asked her about it that she has created a design for Christmas that you can do yourself. It's a kit, so you can purchase the kit for £12.50, and then you can create your own stained glass window display for Christmas, and it looks incredible when it's lit up. So the kits are going to be £12.50, and lots of people voted for them, and we're really excited about that project. And so Jen's project will receive £250 in funding to bring that to life. Now, the winner for Band C will receive £750 in funding, and the winner for Band C is Hope and Ginger with Epistle Whistle, which we heard from Cath earlier on as part of our pre-announcement interviews, and she came and shared a little bit more about the inspiration behind the card game. So Cath is going to receive £750 in funding to bring Epistle Whistle to life, because it got so many votes from people who were like, I absolutely want this card game in my life. So we're really excited for Cath to be producing her first ever card game, and we hope that it will be one of many games to come. So you can keep an eye out for that. But Epistle Whistle is Cath from Hope and Ginger creating a Christian card game inspired by the New Testament. And if you want to hear a bit more about it, you can go back and rewatch the recording from tonight's live stream. Cath was the first interview, I think. No, second interview. Anna was the first interview. And you can go and read, listen, listen to a bit more about that. Because we're post 9:30 at this point, I can no longer speak coherently. So we are now moving on to the second band, Band B, and this was for projects that needed funding of up to £2,000. Now, again, just as a reminder, I won't be sharing the exact amounts that the specific projects needed, but we will be announcing a runner-up and a winner for this band as well. You can go and explore all of these projects and see more information about them on the website, funded.cheerfullygiven.com. But in this band, we had Ali Moo Designs, who spoke to us this evening. We also had Anna from And Hope Designs, who again was talking to us about her tea towel, Names of Jesus tea towel. We have Cornerstone Designs with a Jesus tree, which is a Lent version of the Jesse tree that walks you up to the story of Easter with over 40 decorations. Frog and Gnome with My God is a Gardener, which is a joint storybook, illustrated storybook and nature journal. We also have Leah from Leah Blaker Art, and she has also got a book concept that she has pitched and illustrated some mock-ups for. We have Verity from Oh Happy Days with embroidered, really fun, colourful embroidered clothing, and Amy from Orchard Art Glass doing some inscribed glass pieces, Perry May with a salty apron inspired by Matthew 5, Rosie Studio with some Bible study cards designed for small group use to help you get really deep into scriptures without needing to wade through loads of commentaries. Seek and Find Jewelry with a really beautiful concept piece of jewelry inspired by the phrase, those who seek will always find. And then we also have Abby from Wilderness Grace, who has an embroidered range of sweaters and t-shirts and clothing. So Band B was projects that need up to £2,000 in funding, and this includes things like embroidery machines to embroider clothing, production costs to get things created, because a lot of production costs are often a really huge commitment for small business owners, and it can feel risky if you aren't completely sure that all of the items are going to sell and replenish your cash flow. So Band B, our runner-up for this band, will also receive £250 in funding, and our runner-up for Band B is Verity from Oh Happy Days. So Verity is not a Cheerfully Given seller yet. Her business is not yet launched, but loads of people loved the idea of these embroidered sweaters, and we're really excited to see them come to life. So Verity is receiving £250 in runners-up funding, as well as any support that I can provide with her as she gets up and running, and hopefully she'll be a Cheerfully Given seller when her business is ready to launch. And then our winner for Band B will receive £1,500 in funding. So our winner for Band B is going to get a chunk to help bring one of these projects to life. And our Band B winner is Frog and Gnome with their My God is a Gardener storybook and nature journal. And again, lots of people got really excited about this particular project in terms of how they could use it with families and children as well. And just the illustrations and concepts that Rob and Naomi had as part of their projects were obviously really inspiring for people. So you can go and check those out. But we are so excited to support Rob and Naomi to bring their first book into the world, and the combo of storybook and nature journal are going to be such a lovely gift set as well, that we can't wait to see added to the Frog and Gnome range. We are now moving on to Band A, and these are projects that needed for funding that was more than £2,000. So we've got Amber's range of giftware for men, and we have Amy May Jewelry's beautiful contemporary jewelry. We haven't heard from Amy in any of our lives, but you can go and read more about about her work as a project. She's about her work as an artist, sorry. So Amy is a contemporary jewelry designer, and she has created this beautiful modern cross piece. So you can again go and check out more about that. We've got Charlie from Creation 26, who is in the comments, I believe, as well. So it's great to have you, Charlie, and it's been really great to have you in the summit this year as well. Just taking part and watching the videos and being part of that community. So it's great to have had you in the Cheerfully Funded project this year too. Made or Makes, we have Naomi from Made or Makes, and Naomi has got those wooden Bible story inspired games that she makes alongside her husband. We have Hope Designed. So Jess has a gorgeous range of ceramic pieces that are they include like mugs and plates and different Scandinavian inspired dishware and tableware. So Jess from Hope Designed has got more information about that on her page as well. We have Moved by Breath. Christie's project is an activity book with clothing for children, and there is lots of really like positive words that are across the clothing and in the activity book to encourage children to really explore and understand who they are, and to give you different prompts and activities to do as their guardians as well. And then the final one here on our alphabetized list is the collaboration between George from Ooh, I Like That Design and Emma from Lightbulb Books, which is the third of their illustrated books that explore different faith, love and hope. I think I've remembered that correctly, but it's not this book. That's just one of the previous ones, but it's the third one in this. And if you want to see any more about the project, again, you can go over and check out that Cheerfully Funded page. So Band A. Again, we've got a runner-up and we've got a winner for this category. So the runner-up for this project the runner-up for this band will receive £250 in project funding. And our runner-up for Band A is Naomi from Made or Makes. So Naomi is going to receive £250 in funding towards her wooden Bible games, and we are so excited to see those come to life and to support her with that as well. We can't wait to have her feature hopefully more in Cheerfully Given's content when it comes to inspiring us for teaching the Bible to children creatively, and it is such a joy to have her in this, and just super excited that so many people voted for these gorgeous handcrafted wooden Bible games. So our Band A runner-up receiving £250 in funding is Made or Makes, which brings us on to the last announcement of the evening. And this is the largest amount of funding, and the Band A winner will receive £2,500 in funding to bring their project to life. And our Band A winner is, and this is going to get a little drum roll, the drum roll because it is the largest pot prize and it's also the last thing of the evening. So we're going to do a little fake drum roll. And the Band A winner is Ooh, I Like That Design and Lightbulb Books. So obviously everyone who has had the previous two books was so excited for the third book that lots and lots of people voted for that, and we are so excited to see these come to life. And honestly, it was incredible to see that Frog and Gnome and Ooh, I Like That Design both had so much interest. And obviously these types of resources are something that people are really interested in, and that is such an encouragement to creatives who have dreams and aspirations to illustrate books. It's something that so many creatives creatives have as a dream. And so for both those projects, I know that this is something that is bringing a dream to life as well. So just to encourage you as a voter with that, and the rest of the resources and the products that have been put out there into the world, we are looking forward to bringing things to life, hopefully with some support behind the scenes, even if that isn't financial in every single case. But I'm just going to wrap up this little section of our live stream to say thank you so much to all of the incredible artists who took part in the campaign, and thank you to all of you who took the time to vote as well. It was a complete first and it was quite nerve-wracking, and so to have put it out there and to hopefully be able to see the fruit of this over the next few months is really exciting, and to have you all be involved in this first year of it was just really incredible. So thank you all so much for taking part, and that brings me to the end of my little slides here. So that is the Cheerfully Funded announcements for this evening as part of our awards ceremony. Potentially future Cheerfully Funded announcements will be in person rather than digital, but I just wanted to be able to share that with our wider community, especially with so many of you voting as well. So thank you so much. So we are at the 2-hour mark. If you're still here and you've been here since the start, then well done. We are about to announce the winner of our Wonderbox. So who has won the Wonderbox? And what I'm going to do is our tomorrow night, our live stream for the last night of the summit, we're going to do our giveaways for the Bible Journaling Club and Cheerful Business at that, because it is super late. So I'm going to say that we'll do those tomorrow, just because otherwise we'll be here until like 10:30 at least, and I have mouth shingles and my mouth is on fire. So just for anyone who has been part of the summit yesterday, we had a couple of things that were meant to go live and couldn't, because I got sent to hospital, and then the doctor sent me home and said if it gets worse, come back. And then overnight it got worse and they sent me back to hospital, and I have oral shingles, which is not as fun as it sounds. And so I've got some antiviral tablets, which is great, but my mouth is really on fire. So 10:30 is going to be bedtime, not still talking on a live stream time. And that's just an update for anyone who was part of the summit as to why yesterday and today I had a session today that I'm going to do tomorrow, and that is looking at virtual reality and the metaverse as a Christian. What is a Christian response to that? As you might know, I work in like tech and marketing, so we're going to have a chat around that, which I'm really excited about because it's my inner nerd can come out. But we're going to be doing that tomorrow, just to give my throat a little bit of rest as well. So that is just an update, really. As to also why we'll do the second half of the giveaway tomorrow. But basically the giveaway for tomorrow will be 3 spaces in our Bible Journaling Club for 3 months. So 3 different lots of that. And then 3 spaces in the Cheerful Business Club for 3 months as well. So if you're a business owner, the Cheerful Business Club is the place to be. And if you love Bible journaling, then the Bible Journaling Club is also the place to be. So both of those are virtual communities that provide resourcing, support and sessions. So Bible Journaling Club, we've got different creatives and artists from the Cheerfully Given community and beyond who facilitate workshops and sessions around a particular theme each month, and then digital downloads and tutorial videos, all of that good stuff for creativity. And it's between £9 and £12 per month, depending on whether you pay monthly or annually. And the Cheerful Business Club has got some different mentors who you can ask questions of, but there are loads of different masterclasses and sessions and things like that to help you grow your business confidently as a follower of Jesus. So both of those things will be done tomorrow, but just to let you know what they are. And Helen, you did not miss the mugs giveaway. I'm going to announce the mugs giveaway and the Wonderbox giveaway now. So that's our final thing of the evening. I just want to say, so many people, obviously, who took part in Cheerfully Funded, just have these incredible ideas, and it's such an act of vulnerability to have an idea and put it out into the world, and to basically ask if people want to see it. You know, it's a really emotionally intense process, and it's a roller coaster, and it's vulnerable, and it is painful if you don't like win things as well. And I've been really cautious about framing it as a competition, because it isn't a competition, but it also kind of is, in the sense that the projects with the public votes win the most. But I just think that all of the things that were put forward were so beautifully incredible, and I'm really excited by the ideas and the creativity that has been shown, and there will be support provided to help bring as many of those things as possible to life. But also pray for all of the artists and creatives who have done that, and that they would feel encouraged by the love that has been shown to their items, because every single project got multiple votes, and there wasn't a project that got like no interest at all. Like, all of them had people who were like, this seems like something really exciting that I want to see. So we just want to say and acknowledge, like, as people who are creative, that when these things happen, like, it's uncomfortable, and so much of what you do is tied up in like the passion and heart and the like creativity that your hands put into things, but all of the projects just got so much love, and one day, Lord, one day we'll be able to bring all of them to life. So just really wanted to share that as well, because I honestly would just be like, you're all winners. That's my default. So there we go. So we're going to be praying extra amounts for all of the people who were part of the Cheerfully Funded campaign tonight, and just if you are also willing to pray for all of the amazing creatives who were part of this campaign, I would ask you to, because it is a vulnerable thing, and it's a brave thing, and it's a courageous thing to have done this. So there we are. Now on with the announcements, and then bedtime. So we have got our mug giveaway. So we've got 2 winners for the mug giveaway, and we have both of them have said that they would like the Lean on the Everlasting Arms mug. Now, I think it's going to take me too long to scroll back to the comments to pull people up on them, but our winners of the mugs for Lou's mugs are Susie Emma and Nicola Vincent. So both of you will win a Lean on the Everlasting Arms mug, and Sarah has now made a note to contact both of you and get your addresses. So if you are able to email hello@cheerfullygiven.com, please do. Otherwise, there we go, Susie Emma, hello. Susie's on Facebook, so there we go. And Sarah has put an announcement in on YouTube too. So if you see your name pop up, please do say. Now, the last announcement of the evening is our Wonderbox. And as a reminder, this is the Wonderbox. I am going to be sad to see this go. I love it so much. And also, I expect all of you to be hardcore Living and Powerful fans after seeing this, because honestly, I've probably given 5 of the individual boxes away as gifts because they're just so beautiful. So if you are, into art and Bible verses, this is a really, really great gift. They're smaller boxes as well. But the Wonderbox is our giveaway, and we have got 225 illustrated Bible verse cards in it, and this gorgeous box, which when we open it has all of the cards there, and then also has 2 little stands, so you can pop your whichever verse you want to learn next or meditate on next, you can pop that in. So the winner of the Wonderbox, I'm going to keep it up practice my QVC skills is drum roll, mini drum roll again. I'm gonna have to actually get a tiny drum for these situations. So Sarah Beavis, just kidding. So Sarah was like, I'm gonna quit. Earlier on in the live stream, Sarah said she was gonna quit so she could win the giveaway. But Sarah is not, she's not the winner. She would love to be, but next time it's her birthday, I'll make a note. The winner, the real winner of the Wonderbox. Thank you all so much for your comments and for sharing more about why you would love to win this. The winner of this Wonderbox, this particular one, is Emily Twig. So Emily Twig, this Wonderbox is your Wonderbox. The box has been opened by me and I will be posting it to you as soon as we have your address, and you can enjoy the Wonderbox, and it can be Emily's Wonderbox. So that is our giveaways announced, and thank you to everyone who entered. Again, it's so wonderful to see all of your comments coming in, and I always love doing these live streams. So congratulations to Emily Twig, who won our Wonderbox here. What we might do again with our tomorrow live stream at the summit is give away one of the mini boxes as well. So stay tuned for that, because we just love to give away things at the summit. It's one of my favorite things to do, is just be on a live stream and just be like, you know what, let's do this. And then Sarah or Becky are just scribbling notes being like, oh, my next year has decided to do something that is completely unplanned yet again. So there we go. So Sarah's shared, thank you so much, because I was going to go back up and try and find Emily's comment, but I was like, this has been quite a long evening of people sharing what they would do with the Wonderbox. So I did not fancy having to trawl through and try and find Emily's specific comment. So Sarah has summarized it and said, Emily's going to be sharing the cards around a range of groups at her church, which is such a lovely idea. That is such an encouragement for those groups as well. And we hope that that goes really well for you, Emily, as you encourage the people in your local church family there as well. So thank you all so much for joining me for this live stream. It has been a joy as always to hang out, and we've got Emily's comment here as well, and I'm just going to put this up because if you're in Torquay, then Upton Vale BC is where to go to church, because Emily's going to be giving out Wonderbox cards. So if you if you're ever in Torquay, you know where to go to church. Emily, it's great to have you here. Thank you so much for being around still, and hope that that is a real blessing and joy to you as well. So I'm going to pray now for us as we all go to our beds and hopefully get some rest. And I really just want to, again, say thank you so much. It means a lot to me personally. Cheerfully Given is a small business itself, and I'm the person behind it. And it means a lot to me and to Becky and to Sarah when we do these things and everyone enjoys them as much as we do. So thank you so much. And if you're part of the Creative Christianity Summit, then don't forget that we've got day 5 tomorrow. We're going to be starting in the afternoon tomorrow because of church. So our sessions will be going live from 2 p.m. So at 2 p.m. we will have worship with Lou, and then Lou and Nathan. Then we will have, so just to say as well, because I keep saying Lou, it's because Lou is the Cheerfully Given seller. So in my head, her shop is Lou Fellingham, and Lou and Nathan do worship, but I always say Lou because Lou Fellingham is the Cheerfully Given shop. So just apologies, Nathan, if you ever see this. I am very sorry that I always accidentally leave you off. It's not an afterthought, it's just because I'm thinking about Lou's Cheerfully Given shop. So Lou and Nathan will be leading us in worship at 2 p.m. and then at 2:30-ish, just after Lou and Nathan, we'll have Paul's final talk for this year's summit. You can access this year with a free pass, so you can watch the sessions tomorrow for free, and today's sessions for free, and then if you want to have access to them ongoing, you can get an all access pass, and then you'll have forever access to it, because we've got a brand new platform and all of the past summits are on there too, which is a live stream for another time. But tomorrow we're going to be starting at 2 p.m. for that, and thank you if you've made it this far, but enjoy church in the morning. And then in the afternoon we'll be together for the last day of the summit, and we're looking at taste and mouth, and we're going to interview Sarah Beavis, our very own Sarah Beavis, because Sarah lost her taste and smell 18 months ago when she got COVID and has not had them back since. So she's going to be talking to us in an interview about how that has impacted life, and we're really looking forward to that. So that's all available tomorrow. So today's a wrap, day 4 of the summit, and thank you all for being here, regardless of whether you came through Facebook or YouTube or the summit, and just really pray that it's been an encouragement and blessing to you in some way, and thank you for being part of the Cheerfully Funded campaign 2022. So I'm going to pray and then we're going to wrap up. Heavenly Father, we praise and thank you that we can come before you, and that we are your children. We thank you that as people who are all around the UK, all around the world, we've got people from Barbados and Colorado and all different parts of North America, as well as all of the people in the UK and all of the different parts of the UK. Heavenly Father, we thank you that we come before you as united children. We thank you that we are found in Jesus, that we are in him, and that we have been given the gift of life through Jesus. We thank you that your spirit fills all of us, and we pray for hearts that are united as one, as we look to Jesus and as we live our lives as his followers. And we just want to pray for every person who's been here as part of this live stream this evening. We want to thank you so much for the just a real excitement and encouragement that this sort of live stream has been, and for just the energy that it's had. We want to just really thank you for each individual person, and we thank you that we are all known to you, however far apart we are. We want to praise and thank you for the gift of creativity, and we want to thank you for the ways in which creation proclaims the news of Jesus and the story of salvation. And we want to pray that as we go into the week ahead, that you would open our hearts and minds to see you and to know Jesus, and to walk in step with you as we step into each new day. Heavenly Father, we want to pray for all of the artists who took part in the Cheerfully Funded campaign. We want to pray that your spirit would just encircle them this evening, that any stresses or insecurities might be just eased and calmed by the balm of your spirit, that each person who has been involved would feel encouraged by the love and support that has been shown to their projects, and that we know you make a path and you make crooked paths straight, and even if things don't work out in the way that we had hoped, that you will find a way forward for the projects that you have put before us. And we just want to pray that encouragement for those who didn't receive funding this evening, and for those who did, Lord, we want to ask that you would just refresh and encourage them, excite them, and give them just that real joy for what lies ahead as they bring these projects to life that you've put on their hearts. Lord, be with them, we ask, and we want to pray that in everything we do, we would make Jesus known, that we would lift him high, and that we would be found in him, regardless of what life looks like. We would be found in Jesus. We ask all of these things that he may be known by all, in his name. Amen. Thank you so much again, everyone. As we draw this evening to a close, it has been so lovely to be with you, and I will hopefully see you on another live stream soon. And hopefully tomorrow I will be able to talk without being in quite so much pain. But thank you for bearing with the fact that it's been a little bit harder for me to string a sentence together over the last few minutes. So thank you so much. So Cindy, it's been a joy to have you as part of Cheerfully Funded, and we are so excited for what lies ahead for Matthew Mouse as well. And thank you so much. And do go out and check out Matthew Mouse. All the projects are so exciting, and we can't wait to see how the Lord uses them and uses you as a creative to make Jesus known in the world moving forward as well. So have a great evening, everyone. Get lots of rest, and just pray that you sleep the sleep of the righteous breakfast this evening, and enjoy hanging out with your local church family tomorrow, and then come and hang out with your wider church family at the summit in the afternoon and evening, and enjoy the rest of your night. Bye everyone.